Today I'm gonna take you behind the scene to show you how I turn the data into the market updates. Hi, this is Shanshan from Century 21 FM Realty. Flex MLS is a system that we real estate agents use to list properties, and we have a hot sheet. It goes as far out to Bismarck. It can go up to the Canadian border. So I usually will customize it so that we get a good indication how the market's doing. I usually will go back 7 days. That's close enough. And for cities, I will go Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo, because you can see here how many cities it could have covered. Let's look at the upper left corner, and you can see during the last 7 days, we have 50 new listings, 84 closed listings, and 64 pending. To look at the details of the new listings, I click on compare, and it tells me the average list price $289,811. Pending listings, there's 64 of them. The average list price is $271,738. And here's another number, 60. That's the number of days it took these 64 properties to go under contract. Let's look at closed listings. And we can see there's 84 closed listings. Those are completed transactions. And you can see the average sale price is $287,495. And it took them about 50 days to go under contract. Usually it would take this number and divide it by this number so they get a percentage of how much the sellers are getting. And the answer is 99.5%. So that's pretty good, isn't it? One thing that I like to mention is that for the new listings, for the last few months when I'm tracking these numbers, there's usually around 100 or more every single 7-day increment. So you can see it slowed down quite a bit, at least by 50%. So if you're listing your house now, you have less competition. People are still buying houses, which I can show you in the yearly market comparison. If you look at lower left, 14.7% is the growth of property being sold in Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo from the beginning of this year till today, November 2nd. And that's the growth compared to the same time last year. Even with the pandemic, there's more people buying and selling houses. If we just look at October, this October comparing to last October, there's a growth of 28.7% in property sold. And for September, it was 26.2% growth. For new listings, if we compare to last year, we have about 2.8% drop in new listings. And if we look at October and September, you can see that the number of new listings are quickly decreasing, just like we saw earlier. You know, the last 7 days, there's only 50 listings. When I used to see, at least close to 100 every 7-day increment. And how about the sale price for the properties? Here you can see year to date, we had 3.1% growth in the median sale price. And for October and September alone, these 2 months, the growth was 4% compared to the same time last year. And since it's the beginning of November 2020, it's a great time to look back and see how the market is doing in the last 12 months. Inventory is decreasing slowly. Look at the listing price. The price has been going up. There's a dip for the sold price around March. You know, the pandemic. There's no housing market crash. You can see the price is pretty steady. You can see the absorption rates. That tells you how long it takes for all the listings or it absorbed by the market. Right now, at this spot right here, as of October 20th, the absorption rate is 2.91. That means if no new listings added to the market, then it would take about 2.91 months, almost 3 months, for all the listings that was to be sold on the market by the market, absorb the seller's market right now. It's still a great market for the buyers. You know, it's because we have historically low mortgage rate. Here's the sold to list ratio. Remember I usually report 90 8 to 99, sometimes 100%. The numbers are pretty good on the market. All right, now days on the market. How long does it take a listing from the time it goes on the market? Offers accepted. So about, it took, well, of course, after the contract signed, it takes about another month or two to close, because there's going to be the inspection, there's going to be appraisal. For the new listing volume, it's about $82.88 million. For the sold volume, it's about 88.97. Whether you decide to stay put or move forward, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can support in your decision by continuing the communication and to keep you aware of what's happening now in the market and what might be happening next. This is Shanshan from Century 21 FM Realty. I'll see you soon.